you'll be a person who can build society. Yeah, that's the thing.
And as we leave Buruburu, we find Sonko once again in his trademark giving mood, but this time we notice a lady who is close to his heart and who he says keeps him in check.
Shukrani, ilimwambia ukasome kitabu gani? Mugaseke. Ilimwambia akasome kitabu gani? Mkumbushe, ana vitu mingi mama. Ana vitu mingi. Mkumbushe tu. Mimi naitwa Susan Wajiku Kamau.
This is Sonko's adopted mom, as it were, after his mom died years ago.
Wangu mikono yangu tena tumbo yangu miaka 40.
So love him or hate him, it is clear that Sonko has a following. And how he directs that following will help shape Nairobi County's future. Whether that particular future will be a better city, only time will tell. Willis Raburu for Newsmakers 2013.
Newsmakers 2013. Many thanks indeed, Willis Raburu, for that. Remember, tonight we will be featuring National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi in our continuing Newsmakers 2013 series. Make sure you don't miss that story. Now, here's a part of that interesting, very interesting story indeed.
So I think the accusations about holding brief are just the tired thinking of some Kenyans who who do not accept defeat. That in a contest such as the one that I went through on 28th of March, there was bound to be a winner and a loser. Of course, when that party that happened to have sponsored me wins a motion, it is not me who has won the motion. Even if it loses, it is not me who has lost. Those are democratic processes. My business is to preside. As the direction that any business in the House takes, that is the responsibility of the party leaderships in the House.
Right, that happening here on Citizen Television, 9 p.m. You don't want to miss that. Now, let's revisit a story that I shared with you earlier on. The Kenya National Union of Teachers has postponed the issuance of a 7-day strike notice to the Teacher Service Commission. NAT officials will be meeting with their counterparts from TSC on Wednesday this week to deliberate on the delayed promotion of 53,000 teachers. The outcome of the meeting with TSC will be communicated to the National Executive Committee within 2 weeks, after which the committee is expected to make a decision on whether or not to call for a teacher strike.
The Secretary of the Commission, Gabriel Lengoibon, has invited us for a comprehensive bilateral meeting on Wednesday, the 8th January 2014 at 10 a.m. So, as we are seated here, we have invitation for a meeting at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and this has been buttressed further by a call and a discussion with the Cabinet Secretary for Education. And so we have sat and considered the latest development as a union. And so, consequently, we hereby defer issuance of a notice for a labor dispute pending the outcome of the meeting on Wednesday.
Now, still on that particular story, the Parliamentary Committee on Education Chairperson Sabina Wanjiru has pleaded with teachers across the country not to go on strike. The legislator said the planned industrial action would interfere with the opening of schools, thus resulting in poor performance by students in future national examinations. She was speaking when she attended a church service at St. Stephen ACK Church in Muranga. She urged teachers to be patient as her committee was working with the Teacher Service Commission to address their grievances.
Let the schools reopen. A lot of performance has been affected by the teacher strike last year. And so I would wish that the teachers this time, we approach issues differently.
We have all agreed that people need to come together to solve some of these problems that we have been seeing.
All right, so we're focusing on that whole story, and we're asking you, are teachers justified in calling for a strike over promotions? Are teachers justified in calling for a strike over promotions? Of course, they have now postponed or deferred that particular date, the strike notice. But what do you think? Are teachers justified in calling for a strike over promotions? You can send in your comments. The number is 22422. That's 22422. Kindly remember to include your name and location. We'll be glad to sample some of them. Tevin from Miritini says, and I say yes, the teachers are justified to strike because without such measures, they will never be taken seriously. And then, of course, Kinanga from Nairobi says, no, they should not hold piecemeal strikes at the expense of children. Another one here, Susan from Msambweni says, in fact, they should be sacked. They only think of themselves. Give others a chance. And a final one here, this is Leonard Kasioka from Makueni. What I can say is that teachers are supposed to strike because that's their right. Okay. Thank you so much indeed for your comments. Send them in. The number is 22422. I will be glad to sample some of them. In the meantime, let's take a short break, and after the break, we have a very special moment where Wahiga Mwaura will be coming in. With the sports updates. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.
Sasa zingine pale kwa Obi naambiwa Bokelo leo hayuko kazi hapa.